Hi, in this video we are going to see about a Java web application project which is entitled as QR code based secure online voting system. So before seeing the execution of the project, let me brief about this project. So generally the existing system will be making votes for the elections. So basically it is a manual process, like we'll be getting a booth slips. So after getting the booth slips, we'll be going to the polling stations and will be verified by the authorities there, and then we are allowed to vote, and then those voting machines are secured, and in the date of counting they will be counting everything and the results will be announced on that. So this is a very tedious and big process. To overcome all these issues, so we are going to propose a QR code based secure online voting system. So basically in some of the system earlier also developed online voting system, but it is not a fully automated process. So to overcome all those things, we have developed this QR code based secure online voting system, which is developed using Java, which can be executed in Windows 10 or 11. The coding language we have used is Java, Frontend part JS, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, JDK version JDK 21, IDE tool we have used is Apache NetBeans IDE 20, Tomcat servers Apache Tomcat 9.0.84, the database is MySQL. So these are the technical specifications of this project, and you can see the system architecture here, which contains the admin and user. So the user will be first registering by providing the details, and immediately the user cannot able to log in into the system. Only if the admin approves the user can able to log in into the system, and after admin verifies and logs in, the user can be able to download their QR code based booth slip. So based on that voting slip, the user can able to vote it from their system itself. They can use a laptop or computer, so just a web camera is enough, so that the QR code is verified and validated, and then they allowed to vote. And also they can vote only one time for the particular election. If they are trying to vote for other time also, it will not allow it, it will block, and they can able to see the results. So this has been mentioned in the system architecture. So quickly let me show you the PPT. So as mentioned, we are going to provide the innovative solution to enhance the voting experience with addressing the concerns regarding the security and accessibility. Those things are mentioned in the abstract part. In the existing system, as I mentioned, this is based here traditional in-person voting system. So those details have been mentioned in the existing system, and you can see those details here. And disadvantage of the existing system is being listed out here. Coming to the proposed system, about the QR code based voting system is being introduced here. So those details have been mentioned in the proposed system part, and these are the advantages of the proposed system, and the system architecture, the hardware requirements and software requirements. Now let us see the execution of the project. So before execution, make sure that you have use the exact version of the JDK, NetBeans and Apache as mentioned in the help file provided here. Now let us see the execution of the project. So first open Apache NetBeans IDE 20. Now first you need to import the project into the NetBeans IDE. So first go to the file menu, click open project. Now go to the project location where you can find the source code folder. Inside that you will be having QR voting system. Just select this and click open project. Now kindly wait till the complete project is loaded into the NetBeans IDE. It takes some time. Meanwhile, let us attach the database in the MySQL administrator. Just go to the MySQL administrator, log in with the credentials of username and password as root and click OK. Now in the left side panel you can find the restore option. Just select this and then click open backup file. Now again go to the project location where you will be having the database folder. Inside the database folder you will be having the database selected, and then click start restore. Now you can see the restore operation was finished successfully message, and click close. Now you can close this MySQL administrator part also, because we have successfully attached the database. Now coming back to the NetBeans IDE, the project is loaded fully. So now let us execute the project. So now just right click it and then click run. Now kindly wait for a few minutes. Now it asks for the authentication for the Tomcat server. I have given username password as admin and click OK. Now it will be navigated to the browser part. Now you can see the home screen or welcome screen of the project with the project title QR based online voting system or QR based online election system. So as mentioned, we have the two entities, admin and users. First let me click the admin part. So once if you click this admin, it will be navigated to the admin login page. So admin has only one username and password, so both the username and password are same, admin and admin, and then click submit. So now you can see the login is success. So once after the login is success, you can see the admin's home page. So this is the admin's home page where admin have the option of adding the election, adding candidate, view results, view voters, check vote, logout option. So now everything is empty because we have not added anything. This is the first time we are executing the project. So now let me log out. Now let me go to the users part. So just click this users menu, it will be navigated to the users login page. So as I don't have any users login, I'll create a new registration. So just click the below link, click here for new registration, it will be navigated to the user registration part. So just enter the details of the name. So let me create a new user called XX, date of birth, gender, email ID, phone number, address. Here it asks for the voter ID number, so just enter your voter ID number, whatever may be the number, you can just enter it. For a sample, I'll just giving for demo purpose this one. And after that you'll be asking to upload the voter ID, so which should be image format, which should be under 500 KB. So I'll just select a sample voter ID image here for the project purpose. I just select this image and create a password for this account and then click register. So now you can see the registration is success here. So once after the success, it will be navigated to the user login page. So I will give the user credentials which I have used during the registration and click submit. But you can see it is not logged in because it is not approved. So as I intimated earlier, the admin should verify the new user, and only if the admin approves the new user, the users can log in into the system. This to avoid intruders or unwanted users into the system. So let me go to the admin page. I'll log in into the admin with the credentials. So now if we go to the view voters part, earlier it was empty. Now you can see the voters details with the user ID, voter ID number, name, email ID, date of birth, address, and all those details. Here you can see the voter ID. I have given a sample image for the demo purpose. So if you wanted to view it, just right click it and then click open image in new tab. So this image will be opened here, so they can verify the details whether it is a correct voter ID or not. They can enter the voter ID number and verify it, so they can check the details. If this voter is correct, then they can approve it. You can see the status now, it is not approved, so it is updated as no. So if it is the details they are given is not correct, they can reject it. So the admin has the right of doing these things. So only if they approved it, they can able to log in into the system and they can vote into the system, or else they cannot do it. So in existing system, how we will go to the polling booth and there will be officials who will verifying, and then will give the polling rights to us accordingly. Similarly, we are doing in a digitalized format here. So now in this case, I'll just give the approve. So now you can see the voter ID is added successfully. So now let me log out. So now let me go to the users login. So I'll just enter the same credential which I have given earlier and then click submit. So now you can see the login is success. Earlier it was not done because the admin has not approved it. So now let me log in. So once after login, the user can able to have the options of downloading the voter slip. They can see the election that is available. They can see the view results of it. So currently we are not having any elections. We have not added. So it is empty now. You can see it is empty now. So now let me log out. Now let me go to the admin part. I will create so I will go and I will add elections now. So I'll just add election. So here in the candidates, add candidate, you can see there is no elections right now because we have not added any election. So first let me add the election. So here in election you can add any kind of election. For example, it may be a Lok Sabha election, Rajya Sabha election, or a student election, or a Panchayat election. Any number of elections, any type of elections can be created here. Not only political elections, you can create any kinds of elections, whichever you, for example, if you wanted to use it for a college or university also, you can do this one. Let me show you the thing. So now first, for a purpose, I'll just add an election called Lok Sabha election 2024. I'll just add the end date as 27/5/2024 and click submit. So now you can see the election is added. If you go to add candidate now, you can see the election. Whichever election is added, the drop down will be added in it. So now let me add some other election called, for example, let me add Pondicherry University student election. I'll just select some date for it, end date for it, and click submit. So now you can see the election is added. If you go to the add candidate, you can see Pondicherry University student election is also added now. So in this way you can add any number of elections. So now let us go to adding the candidate. So first you need to selection which this candidate is for which election. So let me select the election as Lok Sabha election. Let me enter the candidate name as Modi, party name as BJP, address as Delhi, phone number, and you can select any of the photo. It may be a party photo or a candidate photo, anything, whatever you wanted, you can just select it. I'll just select a photo here and then click submit. So you can see the candidate is added. So now you can I'll just add another candidate for the same election. Rahul Gandhi, party Congress, address Delhi, phone number, and let me add a sample image for this, and you can view the image also, and you can just click submit. So now you can see this candidate is also added. So now if you go to the view results, you need to select the election whichever you wanted. Just select this election and click submit. So now you can see who are the candidates available, what is the candidate name, party name, total number of votes casted. So now you can see the candidate name, party name, total number of votes is 0 because there is no votes casted till now. So you can see if it is both are same, it will say it is a tie between the candidates. So in case whoever is having the higher number of vote, it will be saying it is they are the winners, like that. So now if you go to check vote, you can see there is no vote till now posted here. So now let me log out. Now I will create I already created user XX. So now let me create some other users also. So now let me create a user called YY, and gender yy@gmail.com, phone number, address, voter ID number, voter ID image, and then create a password for this YY and click register. So now it is success. Similarly, I'll create other user called EZZ, voter ID number, voter ID and password. Click register. So now I have created 3 users. So now let me go to the admin, because 2 users are created newly. They need to be verified and they need to approve or reject. So let me go to the view voters part. So already you can see XX is approved, so it is inactive. So now YY and ZZ isn't created right now. So now here the admin verifies the details which is provided, and now you can see this. I'll show you this YY is rejected. So now let me reject this. So now you can see it is rejected. So now you can see the second YY is rejected, and for this ZZ let me approve. So in the 3 users I have approved 2 users and 1 is rejected. So now let me log out. If you go to the user part, so YY is rejected, I'll just log in with that username and password of YY and click submit. Now you can see it is not approved. So only if the user is correct user, they can, if it is approved by the admin, they can able to log in into the system, or else they cannot able to log in into the system. So now what I'm going to do is, like, I will just log in with the first user XX gmail.com XX and click login. So now after login, this first user access is going to download the voter slip. So just click download voter slip. You can see the voting slip, name of the, then voter ID with the QR code of it. So now let me click download. I'll just download as XX ID. So now I'll go to the elections part. So now I'll just select the election, whichever election you wanted to vote it. So now let me select Lok Sabha election, and before this make sure that your web camera is working. So connect your web camera to your system or laptop and make sure that your web camera is working. So let me connect the camera. Now I have connected the camera. Let me check whether it is working or not. So now the camera is working. Why I'm saying is, like, it will be asking for the QR code when you are voting, before voting. So it will be opening your web camera. If it is not connected, it will show some error for you. So that is the reason. So now we are connected it. So now let me keep my QR code in my mobile. So let me log into my WhatsApp and I'll upload it, keep it in my mobile ready to show the QR code. You can keep the QR code printed or in your mobile, anything. Just you wanted to show that QR code when we wanted to authenticate it or pull it. So now let me upload in my WhatsApp and keep it. So I'll just load it in my WhatsApp and keep this XX. So now I have selected the election and click submit. So once after selecting, it will be showing the election details of the candidate details of the election that we have selected. You can see the candidate, user or voter can see the candidate profile, candidate name, party, and they can select vote for whichever candidate they wanted to do. For example, if I am selecting vote here, so immediately it opens the web camera. Now you need to show the QR code in this. Make sure that your web camera is in good quality and there is no any disturbance in showing. So now I'll open the QR code and I'm showing it. So now you can see the message, it is voted successfully, and click OK. So now if you go to the view results part, you can select the election and view it. In case, I'll show you again if what happens if the user is wanted to vote again. So I'll select the Lok Sabha election again and click submit. So now it says automatically you are already voted, so they cannot able to vote again. So once if the candidate the voter is, or the user is voted to a particular election, they cannot able to vote again. so they are restricted for voting multiple times. Only one time is allowed. So now let me log out from this part. Now I will go to the users part again. I will just log in with another user ez@gmail.com. Now I'm not going to download the vote slip of ZZ. Instead of that, I will just go to the elections. I will just select the election name, Lok Sabha election, and click submit. Now if I'm going to vote with the same ID which is provided to the another user, let us see what happens. So I am going to show the same voting slip of XX. So you can see XX. Now immediately what it says, it is invalid vote slip. So the particular user only can able to vote with the QR code that is provided by us. So in case if they are using some different users voter slip, they cannot able to vote it. So in this way the elections are being secured. So for example, can ask what happens if I am going to show some other QR code. So let me show some other QR code. So now let me select, let me give my PhonePe QR code. So I'm showing some other QR code, PhonePe QR code. So you can see it has not been calculating it. So only with the valid QR code which is provided by us, it can be done. Now I will just download the vote slip of ZZ. So now you can see, if you click download vote slip, you can see the voting slip, you can see the voter ID number details, you can just download it. So now I am downloading the voter slip of ZZ ID. I'll just save it in this name. Now I'll just upload it in my mobile. So now I'll go to the elections part. This time I'll just select Lok Sabha election and click submit. So now let me click vote. So now I will show the exact voter slip which is provided to the ZZ. So now you can see immediately it validates and says voted successfully, and click OK. So in this way the voting can be done securely. So now let me go to the admin part and click submit. Now if you go to the view results part, you can select the election name and click submit. So now you can see the results here. So both the users voted for the candidate, and then you can see the result is won by Modi. So in this way the results can be viewed. So if you go to the check vote part, the admin can able to verify the details for which election, which voter voted for the details, and which date and time, everything. So voter ID, when which time they have done it, and their photo, it is captured during when they are showing the QR code. So just if they click the open tab, they can see their verification. So it is correctly exact only. In this way they can also able to verify it if they required it. So now let me log out, and the user part also, for example, I just log in with the first user. Here in the user part also they can able to view the results, whichever election they are giving, they can able to see the results of it. So if both the candidates having same votes, it will be displayed as it is a tie between the candidates. If which candidates having higher number of votes, their name will be displayed here. So in this way the voter or user can also able to see the results immediately, whichever is happening. And now let me log out from this part. And this is all about the project QR based online voting system or QR based online election system. And thank you for watching.